And so instead of clearly stating, I want to have sex, you do the dishes, or you cook a special meal for your wife, or you give her a massage, or you do something special with the expectation that you're going to have sex, whether later that night or the next night. And when they say no, they're too tired, they don't feel good, the list goes on, now you're mad. Welcome back to another episode of Life, Recovery, and the Pursuit of Sanity. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, click the little bell so you won't miss another episode. My name is Josh Logan, and today's topic is about covert contracts. What is a covert contract, you ask? Well, I have to write some of this stuff down because this is important. This is one of the more important videos that I'm making that are really going to change your life, whether you're an addict or not. Really, bottom line, a covert contract is a set of rules or expectations that you have placed in a relationship without the knowledge of the other person. So basically what it is somebody asks you to help them move. In the back of your head, you're like, I could probably do that, and maybe I'll have them do something for me. And so you go and you help them move, you do all this, but you never explicitly tell that other person that you expect something in return for what you have done. You place an expectation on them that they're completely unaware of. And then when you are ready to cash in on your expectation, you're mad. You feel like you've been unjustly treated, that they have somehow broken the contract, they have screwed you over in some way, shape, or form. And that is very devastating to a relationship, very frustrating. And here's another one for you married folks. We do a lot of this with our spouses. We expect our spouses to do certain things. And so one of them would be you clean the house. You clean the house, and I don't know what could be going on in your mind. It could be that you just want them to get the hint that you want some help cleaning the house. And when they don't start helping you, or they don't take the initiative to clean, you're mad. You're frustrated because how dare they not know exactly what you wanted? Or it could be for you men, you want to get laid. And so instead of clearly stating, I want to have sex, you do the dishes, or you cook a special meal for your wife, or you give her a massage, or you do something special with the expectation that you're going to have sex, whether later that night or the next night. And when they say no, they're too tired, they don't feel good, the list goes on, now you're mad. And so what do you do if you are making covert contracts? Because we all do it. Even me, and I know what a covert contract is, and I really try to make my needs and my expectations very clear. I still do it, unaware of what I'm actually doing. It's just kind of like a default setting. So basically what it boils down to is when you make covert contracts in relationships, It's very frustrating for both people. For the person who's making the contract, it's frustrating because you don't feel like you've done anything wrong. You feel like you've been screwed over, you've been mistreated, and you feel like the other person didn't hold up their end of the bargain. And as for the other person, they're completely clueless of what they did wrong. It really leaves them feeling very confused, and then ultimately it causes major resentment. And the last video I talked about, and I'll link that up in the cart, is communication. It breaks down communication because what you're trying to say isn't clearly stated. What you're wanting isn't clearly stated. So I would suggest, if you are having problems with covert contracts, first identify that okay, that I'm placing covert contracts in relationships, and the best thing to do with that, once you've identified that you in fact are placing covert contracts, is to clearly state your expectations and or your needs. And so for men, if you want sex, just tell your wife. That's it. Say, baby, I want to make love. And then you can plan for that. And I know it sounds, unromantic and all that, but I assure you, it will be more respected than the covert contract will be. As a matter of fact, the covert contract is destructive. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave you with this one more, and this is some people in a job. You work hard expecting to get a raise. You show up early, leave late. You do things that you normally wouldn't do, expecting that they're going to see your hard work and give you a raise. And when you don't get the raise, you're mad. And that's a big one right there. And so clearly state your needs. And so if a friend asks you to help them do something, if you expect to be paid, tell them right up front, I'm more than willing to help you with this. However, I am going to need some money. Or if you're doing a favor, be like, hey, you know what? I'll do this for you. I want you to be available when I need something. And that way that you're clearly stating your expectations and your needs. Here's another perfect example. If you're going to be late from work and your family normally eats at 6 o'clock and you're going to be after that, if you don't clearly state that you would like some food saved for you, you cannot be upset. Well, you can be. You can't legitimately be upset when the food's put in the fridge or there's no food left because you did not clearly express, hey, I'm going to be late. I would like some food for when I get home. Would you please have it warmed up for me when I get home an hour late? And that way, your needs can be met. And then, lastly, you want to be assertive. You don't want to be a jerk. Last episode we talked about say what you mean what you say, and never say it mean. And that's the definition of assertive. So you have 3 different types of communication. You have aggressive communication, and my counselor best told me, and it really stuck with me. I love it. This definition. You have aggressiveness, and that is respecting yourself, but not respecting the other person. That means that you're standing up for yourself, for your rights, but you're pouncing on somebody else. And that's not good. That's aggressive. You have passive, which you are respecting the other person while not respecting yourself. So that is, you're not clearly stating what you want, and so you're trying to be kind. You don't want to ruffle any feathers. You don't want to do anything to upset them, and so you just don't say anything. And all the while, you feel like you're being trampled on. So that's passive. And then assertive. This is when you respect yourself and respect the other person, and that's key. Those two components is assertiveness. So if you're a jerk when you tell somebody something and you're feeling good about that, if you've trampled on their rights, if you trampled on their emotion, if you've belittled them, you are not being assertive, you are being aggressive. And we all teeter-totter between being assertive and being aggressive, and here's where we need to be. Ditch aggressive, ditch passive. Right in the middle is assertive, and that's where we want to be. We don't want to swing from one way to the other. So if you're passive, the natural thing is to be aggressive. If you're aggressive, the natural thing is to be passive. It's finding that middle ground so that we can best communicate the things that we need while respecting the other person. So covert contracts, a very serious thing, and it happens more times than you expect or than you would think. So I appreciate you watching this video. Consider sharing this video so that other people can get the message of hope, that they can learn about the things that are going to make them a better person tomorrow than they were today. Thank you so much. Till next time.